Something important just changed in the Iraqi Dinar story, and most people are still watching the wrong place. For months, maybe years, the focus has been stuck on politics. Parliament sessions, government formation, cabinet votes. The belief was simple: no full government, no currency change. That assumption is now breaking. Today, I want to walk you through why the Iraqi dinar is not as tied to political delays as many believed, and why the real power sits somewhere else entirely. Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar Daily. Let us start with the old narrative. Most observers followed every headline coming out of Baghdad's political scene. Who got seated? Who blocked who? Whether parliament met or stalled. The common belief was that a major move in the dinar required a top-down political decision, starting with the Prime Minister and approved through Parliament. That belief made sense on the surface. Big economic changes usually come with political backing. Stability helps confidence, but Iraq's system does not work the way many assume. Here is the key point that changes everything. In Iraq, fiscal power and monetary power are not the same thing. When a government is in transition, it becomes what is known as a caretaker government. That status limits spending, long-term contracts, and major budget decisions. It exists to keep the country running, not to reshape its future. Because of that, many concluded that a caretaker government could never allow a currency adjustment. No authority, no mandate. That is where the misunderstanding begins. Those limits apply to the government. They do not apply to the Central Bank of Iraq. The central bank operates in a separate legal lane. It is not a ministry. It does not report to Parliament the way other departments do. Its role is narrow but powerful. Protect price stability. Manage reserves. Control the currency. This separation is intentional. It is how modern financial systems protect money from politics. Even when politicians argue, the financial system must keep working. The Central Bank of Iraq was designed to function even when politics freeze. That means something very important. An exchange rate decision is not a spending bill. It is not a new law. It is not a budget vote. It is a technical monetary action. That distinction matters. A caretaker government may be blocked from passing laws, but the central bank is not blocked from managing the value of the dinar. This is not theory. It was publicly confirmed. In a televised interview, Prime Minister Al Sudani addressed the exchange rate directly. His words were clear. The authority to change the dollar exchange rate belongs solely to the Central Bank of Iraq. That phrase matters. Sole authority. In one sentence, he confirmed that politicians do not control the rate. Bank experts do. That statement does several things at once. It reinforces the legal independence of the central bank. It removes political blame. And it sends a message to international institutions that Iraq respects central bank autonomy. That is critical for trust. The Prime Minister also pointed to progress already being made. The gap between the official exchange rate and the market rate has been shrinking. That gap has been a major problem for years. When two rates exist, smuggling grows. Arbitrage thrives. Reserves leak. Confidence falls. Closing that gap means the bank is regaining control. It shows the official rate is being defended. It shows speculation is being squeezed. It shows the system is stabilizing. Economists often see this step as a requirement. Before any larger adjustment can happen, you cannot move forward until the market is under control. This is why watching only politics misses the real signals. The real indicators are technical, reserves, inflation, market spread. Official bank statements. The central bank does not need a public ceremony to act. It does not need a parliamentary debate. When conditions are right, the move is implemented through banking channels. Quiet, technical, immediate. This structure also protects the government. If volatility follows, politicians can truthfully say it was not a political decision. It was a monetary one. This is exactly how international standards work. Institutions like the IMF require central banks to act independently. Currency values must reflect reserves, revenue, and trade, not elections. By separating politics from money, Iraq aligns itself with those rules. That alignment is essential for broader goals like international convertibility and stronger global integration. Another point many miss is pressure. The pressure on the central bank is real. Merchants need stability. Citizens need purchasing power. Trade partners demand predictability. Every day the gap narrows. The bank proves it can manage those pressures. Once the parallel market is neutralized, the bank holds full control. At that point, the timing becomes a technical decision, not a political one. This does not mean changes are guaranteed tomorrow. It means the process is no longer hostage to Parliament. That is the shift. For years, people waited on political milestones. Today, the more important updates come from bank data and official releases. This changes how the dinar story should be followed. Watch the numbers. Watch the spread. Watch the reserves. Politics will always be loud. Monetary moves are usually quiet. The system Iraq is building is one where experts manage currency, not politicians chasing short-term wins. That is how stable economies operate. As this structure strengthens, confidence grows. Not hype, not promises, real institutional confidence. So the takeaway is simple. The Central Bank of Iraq has the legal power to act on its own. That power was publicly acknowledged at the highest level. And the technical groundwork, especially the narrowing exchange rate gap, is already underway. That is where the real story is unfolding. We will continue tracking the data, not the noise. Thanks for staying with Iraqi Dinar Daily. Stay informed, stay patient, and stay focused on the signals that actually move markets.